Today we're gonna go over how to properly crib a car on all four wheels. All right guys, so after doing our 360, making sure that the scene is safe, we're going to start by cribbing the vehicle. If we're utilizing step chocks like these, we wanna make sure that the step chalk isn't in the way of opening the doors. And the proper way to load these is having the step chalk underneath and then using a wedge to drive it up and lift it. Once that's done, we wanna make sure that minimum of 3 sides are complete. Ideally, we want 4 spots of cribbing, and then we're gonna remove the air from the tires so it further settles onto the cribbing. All right, so with that complete, anytime we take a big piece of metal off, if we take a door off, we take a roof off, we've now lightened that suspension. So our cribbing is gonna move. So anytime we take that metal off, we wanna do a stabilization check to make sure it's still in place. We'll use a hammer to drive those wedges in further to make sure that everything's intact and stabilized. All right, on this side over here, we'll utilize standard cribbing and place it underneath. Again, we can utilize a wedge for any additional spacing. All right, so these are for trucks that don't have the step chocks. So again, once that's in place, we'll remove the air from the tire. All right, so we'll go over to the other side of the car now. If we were doing our stabilization check, if you notice, we got a door off. If we took more off, to do the cribbing check, we'll just come over and just hammer these wedges in. And that's just making sure that our stabilization is still doing its job and that the car is stable while we're extricating the victims. Sometimes we see that cars, before we do extrication, either don't have any stabilization done, so then we get the movement with the suspension. 1, it's bad for the victim if they have injuries by moving around, and 2, it puts us in danger of being pinched or a car dropping on us at all. So we just want to make sure that the vehicles are properly stabilized. The wedges or the step cribbing sometimes blocks our access to the door because we can't fully swing the door open, or we put it upside down and it makes a little bit of contact. But this is the proper way, utilizing the wedge with the step chalk to make sure that we get full contact of that vehicle.